kept a video journal of this whole thing because I'm a weirdo like that, right? You guys know that.
Jake asks about finding the balance between action and working on the system. What's the good balance there?
Can I answer this with an analogy?
Yeah.
So 6 months ago, I'd never run more than a mile in my life.
And registering for the Ogden Marathon. Let's do that.
The marathon is next week.
For the next 3 weeks in November, I'm going to do just like a week one of training, probably just kind of light mileage, 3-4 miles up to 6 miles. And then it means the first week in December, I need to start my 16-week program. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to run a marathon. It's kind of weird saying that because, one, I hate to run, but I just want to see if I can do it. It's more of a mental exercise that I'm going to do it.
So when I first decided I wanted to run, what do you think I did the first day? I went outside and I ran.
So there's the first day and the first run. I ran 10 minutes. I walked 5 minutes. I ran 10 minutes and I walked 5 minutes.
I had horrible shoes. I had white cotton socks. I was out in the middle of the day with just a cotton shirt. Like, I ran horrible pacing at the time. I was out of breath. I didn't know what I was doing.
My pace when I was running was about an 8-minute mile, and I'm not really sure if that's too fast or what. Day 3, not too bad. And towards the end of my 10 minutes jogging, like, I'll be honest, I get a little bit winded and I kind of want to stop. So we'll see how next week goes. My preliminary training schedule says to do a 15-minute run, 5-minute walk, 15-minute run, 5-minute walk. But I thought to myself, you know what if I just slow down my pace? Can I just run for 30 minutes straight? I felt better this morning than I felt on any run, and I ran for 30 minutes straight. 3.5 miles straight. My left leg is starting to give me a little bit of pain. Achilles tendonitis. Looks like that's what I have. I might just take the rest of this week off because next week is my first week of training. And unless it feels good, according to that book, I don't want to aggravate it. So aggravate it is something that it'll stop me from running. They say the number one thing is for people that can't complete the marathon is just they get injured in their training. 6:50, 6:12, 6:10 a.m. 3.3 miles this morning at a 9-minute and 15-second pace. My Achilles tendon didn't seem to bother me at all. As I'm stretching it out right now, it still seems fine. So I'm hopeful that it's not going to be anything. 59 degrees out there. It's really windy and it's going to rain. But, you know, rain or shine, you got to do this, I think. So
I didn't know what shoes I should have. I didn't know what socks I should have. I didn't know anything. I just went out and ran. And then when I went to the shoe store a month later and I was telling the guy, he's like, you can't be wearing these socks. You can't be wearing these shoes. I was like, oh, it made sense to me, right? But before that, if you'd have tried to tell me that, just like some of you guys right now, if you don't run, you just been eyes glazing over like boring because you don't know until you start taking action.
Gaslamp District. San Diego's a fun place to run. It's definitely a lot easier to run in this temperature than to run in 30 degrees at home. I got a watch with a heart rate monitor in it. They say it's really good to run knowing your heart rate to get your pacing, according to what I've been reading, through your heart rate. So I think that'll be cool to see if I can run within my training heart rate. It's extremely icy out here. I'm fine with the cold, I'm fine with the snow, but when it's icy and slippery, I don't want to slip and like hurt myself and break something. So it looks like it's a treadmill this morning, 4 miles. I don't like the treadmill. So I've never really run 3 consecutive days in a row, but I think I'll be fine.
When you are taking action, something happens to where the ability for you to learn accelerates.
In Tampa with my buddy Justin Williams.
Yeah.
Good times. Now we're going to an event. Morning run in Tampa, Florida. I'm about 7 miles into my 10-mile run this morning. I chose to run 10 miles this morning because it's not cold. Back at the hotel now. Just finished 10 miles at a 9:55 pace. Man, it was warm, but a little more dehydrated because I'm not used to this. Isn't going out when you don't want to go out in the snow, and when it's harder in the snow, and I was running back and the snow was in my face, the wind was blowing. Isn't that just the best mental exercise you could do for a marathon? It's 9 degrees outside. This is where the rubber hits the road because I'm gonna do my first 10-mile run. Hand warmers. I learned from my last time, my hands were frozen. Six miles in, 16-mile run. There's Dan.
And now 6 months later, I can look back and say, it's different now, right? I understand pacing. I understand some strategies. I understand some food. I understand like the shoes.
Here to pick up my race packet. Apparently this is a big deal.
So I would say, what's the proper balance? Start taking action first, and then you'll learn the questions to ask. 80% action, 20% questions, and just go along the way.
I think this means there's going to be a lot of people there tomorrow. The games begin. .30 does come really early. A lot of school buses. What are you wearing, Dan? The garbage bag. Me too.
Your race starts in approximately 30 seconds. Stand by for your live countdown and gun start.
3, 2, 1. Good luck, runners! 8 miles in. Still raining.
3 hours later.
See him coming in the orange?
Oh yeah.
So what I've got is he'll come by. There he comes right there.
Go! Come on, Andy! You're almost there! Keep going!
Oh, that's sweet. I had no.
I just felt like running!
If you guys didn't feel a huge connection with what Andy just said, you need to go back to this video and listen to it again and again and again. You may have missed the single most important thing that successful people do.
How you feeling, man?
Tired. You go Looney Tunes about mile 20. You go Looney Tunes. We're just like, go, go. You're just so out of it. It's like all you can do is step one foot in front of the other.
Your blood sugar drops, and you're just not getting enough blood to your brain and stuff.
That's wild. It's a lot more wild than I thought it was gonna be. That last 6 miles is wild.